Mobile 911. What's the address of the emergency?
Michael Donald Avenue.
What's going on?
I just heard gunshots out here. Somebody been shot. No.
Detectives arrived to the scene, and patrol lets them know that they responded to a call of someone letting the ooh-whop loose. When they got there, it was between 10 and 15 rounds into the vehicle. The victim was identified as Sierra Jackson, 14 years old. She was entering the 9th grade and hoping to make the cheerleading team. She was born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, leaves behind her parents, 6 siblings, and a large extended family. 2 other young girls was in the vehicle also. One was the driver, the other the backseat passenger. They take them to homicide for questioning. The driver of the vehicle told detectives on the scene that she was backing up because it appears someone was approaching the vehicle holding the ooh-whop. As she was backing up, people came from all over letting the ooh-whop loose, and they eventually backed into another vehicle. As they're investigating the scene, they realized where she was sitting when she was hit with the ooh-whop, on the passenger side. CSI recovered 18 7.62 casings scattered up and down the street on the left side. On the right side of the street, they find 2 9mm casings. As they're observing the vehicle, they see it was hit 10 times with the ooh-whop. They believe Sierra was hit with a 7.62 round. Now they have to figure out why 2 different groups of people would let the ooh-whop off on a car full of girls. Then patrol noticed 2 black male suspects claiming they were looking for a cell phone, but they were visibly shaken. So he asked them to sit in the back of his patrol car and escorted them down to headquarters. So detectives wrap that scene up, head back to the station to start the interviews. They start with the 16-year-old back passenger first.
This man with some locks, and he came out of nowhere and he walking real slow. I say, start backing up. She bagging, that's when we hit the car that was behind us, and that's when a lot of boys, they literally started shooting at us for no reason.
She described the guy as having long locks and looked like he was in his 20s. Once they realized they let the ooh-whop off on a car full of girls, one of them grabbed the phone and dialed 911. A second guy walked up to the vehicle also. Then police arrived and they all took off running. She described one of them wearing a black hoodie and the other a red shirt. So they wrapped that interview up, not believing what she said. They feel that maybe her boyfriend was standing by the vehicle and they let the ooh-whop off trying to get at him. Detectives now interview the 15-year-old driver. She starts by saying she met the backseat passenger 3 months ago. She asked if she'd take her to her boyfriend's house. Sierra, who was her niece, Sierra arrived in Mobile from Texas 5 days ago. Christina said they pulled into where the car was, and the backseat passenger noticed a man walking towards them with the ooh-whop. She starts saying, Christina, back up, back up. So she puts the car in reverse and starts backing up. She noticed he's getting closer and closer to the car. He was a dark-skinned male with dreads and no shirt on. He let the ooh-whop off 1 round. Then a group of guys started letting the ooh-whop loose while running around the vehicle. After that, their vehicle backed into another vehicle. She saw Sierra slump down in the seat. That's when she realized she was hit with the ooh-whop. She said one of the guys came to the vehicle. He asked was they okay and yelled at them, if you see a group of YN, why would you turn like that? Then he said, we need to get you an ambulance. Detectives then asked, was those 2 guys letting the ooh-whop off on the car? She said yes. So they asked what was he wearing. She stated a red hoodie. So they wrapped that up. Now they start interviewing one of the 2 males that was on the scene looking for their cell phone. The first one name is Lamanye Forrest, 18 years old. He lives 3 houses down from where the girls crashed at on Michael Donald Avenue. He states he was in his room on the phone. He heard the ooh-whop go off, so him and his friend went down there to see what was going on. He saw the vehicle, ran up on it, and called 911. So detectives let him know he wasn't in the house. 2 of the girls in the car seen him and described him. Then he changes the story and said a family member was sitting outside his house with a man named Stepdad. He was in the driver's seat.
I used to work 3rd Precinct, Michael Donald. And it's rough, man. A lot of crazy stuff happens. I'll never truly understand your life. You're 18, you've probably seen some real.
He said him and a 16-year-old who was brought down to the station with him was standing by the vehicle. He watched Stepdad walk down the street, and then the ooh-whop started going off. But he didn't let the ooh-whop off. He had just got hit with the ooh-whop recently. Detectives tell him to be honest. The girl said that you walked to the vehicle and told them if they see a group of YNs, why would they make a turn like that? Lamanye says, no, I told her why would she back up fast like that if she see a bunch of YNs. Detective said same thing. So detectives let him know that she said the person who said that is one of them that let the ooh-whop off on the vehicle. So they let Lamaye know she expired. Now Lamaye say when everything went down, he got scared, and that's why he let the ooh-whop off. But it wasn't a 7.62 round. So they wrapped that up with Lamaye.
You see a group of N-words, why would you turn like that?
No. I told her, why would you all back up like fast or like that if you see a whole bunch of on?
Okay. Same thing.
They start interviewing the 16-year-old. He denied letting the ooh-whop loose, but admitted to approaching the vehicle with Lamaye. So they wrapped that up. So as they're putting pieces of the puzzle together, they figured stepdad let loose 2 9s. When they heard the ooh-whop go off, everybody else came out and let loose. So now they had to search Lamaye's house. At the same time, try to locate the family member that was in the vehicle with stepdad. They arrived at Lamaye's house with a search warrant, find a 7.62 rifle and a magazine with 5 unused 7.62 rounds. So now they head back to the station, get Lamaye brought back over and let him know they found the rifle. So they told him to sit tight. The family members showed up after getting word that they searched her home. Lamaye family member says Lamaye and friends are not in the street gang, they're from the country. So the detective asked her about stepdad. She says she doesn't know his full name, but he's tall, dark, and has dreads. He was sitting in the driver's seat of the car listening to music. She can't say if he got out of the vehicle or not, because when the ooh-whop got off, she got down. Then the detective let her know they found the rifle in her house. She said what happened was earlier that day, some guys came down the street and said something to the guys that were standing out there on the block. She says they've been on alert all day. Every car come down the street, they duck it behind the trees. They let the ooh-whop off by mistake on the wrong vehicle. So they wrapped that up with her.
All right, so you shot the rifle.
Only twice.
Gotcha. All right, hang tight.
Now Detective Boyden present the evidence he has against Lamaye and the 16-year-old to the DA. Lamaye and the 16-year-old both will be charged with 1 count of capital homicide. So they head back into the interrogation room, let Lamaye know he's being charged with 1 count of capital homicide, and send him over to Metro. Then patrol makes a DUI stop and find a 9 under the seat of the guy, matching the one at the crime scene. The guy name was Archie Petit. They pulled him out of jail and brought him to the interrogation room. Archie said they got word some guys was gonna let the ooh-whop loose on the block. So he's sitting up around all these youngsters with these 7.62 rifles. He says he gets up, walk down the street because he noticed a vehicle down there. They see him start backing up, hit a parked vehicle, and that's when everybody started letting the ooh-whop loose. But he wasn't down there when the ooh-whop started going off. So then Boyden breaks it down to him and let him know that there were 2 surviving witnesses. So did you or did you not have the ooh-whop on you? He said he did. Then Boyden let him know when he was pulled over for the DUI, they checked the firearm from the ooh-whop that was found under his seat. The casing matched the casing that was exactly where he said he was on that street. So this homicide occurred because the group of women saw a man walking towards them with the ooh-whop, backed up, hit a parked car, which made everybody else panic and let the ooh-whop loose. So Archie says he did let the ooh-whop loose in fear for his life. He had no idea who was in that vehicle. So they wrapped that interview up with Archie Petit, aka stepdad. He was charged with capital homicide and is currently awaiting trial. He is presumed innocent unless proven guilty. Lamaye Forrest was charged with capital homicide and is currently awaiting trial. He is presumed innocent unless proven guilty. The 16-year-old suspect was also charged with capital homicide and is awaiting trial. He is also presumed innocent unless proven guilty. Thank you for watching. Leave me some comments. Hit that thanks button. Hit that like button. Stay safe out there. I'm done talking.
How to get these young black men to stop killing black women and children?
Powerful, man. When people scared to talk about it, that means we telling the truth. We keep getting these calls out here killing these babies.